How's it going, everyone? Sinister here at the Gamers section, and just like I did with my last video, well, actually, the last video I reviewed is Devil May Cry 5. So now, the new review is The Division 2. So basically, another sequel. And I gotta say, Ubisoft has done a tremendous job in bringing their games up, and especially the quality. The gamers in their franchises, just like the Assassin's Creed before them. So anyway, let's get down to it. Just like my last video, gonna break down graphics, gameplay, controls, fun factor, things and so forth. And so, just get into it. Pretty much the story. If those who've seen the commercials, you've seen the Air Force One going down, the president in danger, things of such sort. Things of such sort. Anyway, now you got a different setting. Instead of like what happened in the last game, which was set in New York, now it's taking place in the nation's capital. And you see the White House in ruins, and you have to go take it back, and you have to join the JTF and things like that just to fight the criminal elements out there, like these different factions, like the Hyenas and the True Sons. So more on them in a bit. Um, um, First off, let's get the graphics out of the way. I mean, graphically, yeah, some people may say, "Oh, it's a downgrade," but to me, it looks the same as the previous game. I mean, it looks, doesn't look bad, it looks good in its own right. So, I mean, yeah, you may expect those, oh man, you figure like, can move in 60 frames per second? So, well, unless you're playing on the PC, that's probably what you're gonna get that beyond that 60 frames per second. But graphically, the game looks good in its own right. Moving on to gameplay. I mean, the gameplay looks phenomenal. It's like, I mean, yeah, they use like some of the same mechanics from the last game, but they added something new to it. Things like that. The difficulty, like the AI, the enemies. I mean, this game is intense, and let me tell you, your enemies have been intensified because they will, mow you down if you're not careful, and they will flank you out of nowhere. So basically, you always gotta watch your back. I mean, going in it, alone. I mean, it makes it even more difficult. So you really gotta be careful how you do it. Now, starting off early, I mean, you shouldn't have much trouble, but once you get into the city, start doing like some of the main missions, you gotta be think quick on your feet because, like I said, these enemies will mow you down and things and stuff. But I mean, of course, you can pick up your usual, like pick up weapons, ammo, and things like that. But I always gotta watch your ammo count because good thing for ammo crates and stuff like that. Of course, depending on the spot that you are, you can always replenish your ammo. Excuse me. As far as like health wise, I mean, yeah, you have these ammo packs and stuff like that, but you got to be careful of those too because you can run low of those pretty quick. But of course, you have things that can heal you up, like if you get like a chemical launcher, you can release these highs that can heal you or your teammates and things and so forth. If you're playing by yourself, I mean, you find yourself in danger, you can always call for backups. Someone will answer your call and they will jump in and join the fray and things like that. But other times, like they have like this matchmaking system where you can team up with other agents that are like kind of like a similar level with you, kind of help balance things out. So that's also important. But as far as like going as a group, and then depending on who you are, it's like if you team up with your buddies and you have like team chemistry, or you should have no problem getting through and stuff like that, and leveling up and things like so forth. As far as like leveling up goes, I mean, say like you're a low level and the people you team up with are probably what 10 levels higher than you, and most likely you're gonna be beefed up with them and stuff like that. But you usually gotta be careful and stuff like that. So I mean, the thing is, you get your XP, a lot of XP, and it'll help level you up. That way you can tackle tougher areas. Such things. Now, of course, moving on to next is the fun factor. Is this game fun, or is it blase blah? So I'm gonna answer that. This game is phenomenal. And like I said, for those who are veterans, if you enjoyed the last game, you will definitely enjoy this game. You will not be disappointed. But like I said, I will suggest you like get a group of buddies to help you out. That will more like help each other out. Of course, you got different modes. Of course, you got the story, you got in game, and of course, you got the dark zones, and things and so forth. But it's like, yeah, for those who are familiar with dark zone, I mean, yeah, you got to tread carefully if you're in there by yourself. But always recommend the have the buddy system for like I said, increase your chance of survival. So, and of course, get down to the pros and cons. Yeah, the cons are is like yeah, like I said about the difficulty of the enemies, they will flank you. Because I don't suggest go running around by yourself. Of course, like you're trying to take out things like the control points. Because if taking those down, yeah, you get a lot of XP. But taking those down by yourself, I wouldn't recommend because, like I said, they will mow you down with the quickness and things and so forth. Another thing is like some of the weapons. I mean, yeah, you gotta have the materials to craft it with, because like, say like you use like a light machine gun, it jerks a lot, and it makes it harder for aim to get that accuracy, and so you gotta tread carefully with that. So, and of course, that's like one of my minor gripes. But as far as one of the pros about it, I mean, it's fun. Like you tread around the city, teaming up with other people. Like you can tackle main missions together, or even side missions, but or even in free roam. I mean, whatever y'all decide, because there's plenty to do and a lot of things to do. Because especially if you want to level up and get better weapons or even craft weapons, so this is the opportunity to do it. And plus, you can do like you know side missions and stuff like that for people. Just to retrieve items and stuff. It's more like a fetch a quest, things like so forth. But oh yeah, do you love those fetch requests? So, anyways, yeah, before I leave your comments down below and tell me what you think about Division 2. Have you got it yet, or you plan on getting it? Again, leave your comments down below, and also come check us out on the Game Section podcast on Monday nights, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. This is Sinister. Be easy.